Imagine preparing for a single exam. That could define your entire future. One test, 2 days, nearly 12 million students. This is the Gaokao, China's national college entrance examination, and for millions of teenagers, it's the most important moment of their lives. Every June, cities across China fall silent. Traffic is redirected, construction pauses, even flight paths are adjusted, all to protect one thing: concentration. Because for these students, there is no second chance. The Gaokao is more than just an exam. It's the gateway to university, opportunity, and upward mobility. Your score determines which universities you can attend, and often, what kind of future you'll have. For many families, especially those from rural or less privileged backgrounds, the Gaokao represents something bigger, a chance to change their destiny. Preparation doesn't start in the final year. It begins years, sometimes a decade, in advance. Students often study from early morning until late at night. Weekends, gone. Holidays, reduced to revision sessions. Student, tired but determined. I wake up at 6 a.m. Classes start at 7:30. After school, I go to extra lessons until 9 p.m. Then I study more at home. This is normal, not exceptional. But not all students start from the same place. In China's biggest cities, some students have access to elite schools, private tutors, and the best resources money can buy. Smaller class sizes, advanced materials, experienced teachers. For them, the Gaokao is still difficult, but they're better equipped for the fight. Now compare that to students in rural villages. Limited resources, overcrowded classrooms, fewer experienced teachers, and yet sometimes even more determination.
成功的一条路，但是它不是唯一的路，它可以带我去向我自己想要去的地方，可以让我实现我自己的梦想。它其实也是我人生成长的一个节点。
所以不管是学习还是平时工作管理，都非常认真努力。
In some villages, something extraordinary happens. Families come together, why not just to support their own child, but to support one student with exceptional potential. Money is pooled, sacrifices are shared, all to send that one teenager to a better school in a bigger city. Because if that student succeeds, they don't just change their own life, they lift an entire community with them. But that kind of support comes with a heavy burden. Imagine knowing your family invested everything in you. Your village is counting on you. Failure doesn't just feel personal, it feels unbearable. Children with rich family backgrounds feel an enormous pressure to keep the family name strong in terms of high grades, high job prospect potential, and being competitive against other children. This at times has led to burnout of children, giving up on studying, or in small cases, committing suicide. On the stark contrast, poor family backgrounds will also have trouble and pressure. With the mounting pressure of being sent to a bigger city school to study, the community all chipping in money to support that one child to study away from home and making it big so that they can return back in years to come to change the whole village prospect. This too can lead to that one child losing his childhood, and the stress and burden can end up with failure or not making a big career post-graduation. If a student gets into university, they still face massive competition from other students, all fighting to get into graduation jobs once they complete their studies. Then it is an uphill battle against the odds to find a company that will allow them to progress upwards whilst they exchange their energy and time every week, working 996. As Jack Ma a few years ago said best, working 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. daily. 6 days a week is the only way.
之前我们项目上线的时候，持续了1个多月的996，对，说实话，那段时间算是我工作以来最累的一段时间吧，就是永远被工作包围，而且这段时间过去之后，我内心也想说，我不会想要再这样子去工作了。
以前我也在互联网公司做过，但确实会压力比较大，尤其是做软件开发。我们以前是早上9点半到晚上9点半。
Where is time for social life and love? And if they decide not to study, then they could end up like this.
如果再给我一次机会的话， 我肯定会好好读书，而不是在10几岁的年纪就选择辍学出社会。以前老师催着让我学习，我硬是不学。现在好了，每天要送10几个小时的外卖，累得跟狗一样，而我却不敢偷懒1秒钟，因为我一旦偷懒，生活它就罚我吃不上饭，能不焦虑吗？给不了爸妈想要的体面，也过不上自己想要的生活，心里真的特别难受。可是这些又能跟谁去讲？
Or the other phenomenon is a new term called laying flat, giving up on climbing the social and work ladder, barely earning enough to live on. Some other graduate students have resulted in returning back home to their hometown and living with parents, taking care of them and cooking for them in exchange for free rent and a small salary.
做也就是只是做而已，不会把它做好。有想过吧，但是也曾经因为自己算是努力工作过，然后就努力着，感觉就没毅力，坚持不了，然后就慢慢的就越来越这样。为什么坚持不了？就是，感觉还是枯燥乏味吧。坚持这种东西本来就是很枯燥乏味的事情，坚持也行，不坚持也行，到不坚持还舒服，就选择让自己舒服的事情。
Camping means that I could not actually move up the ladder. I just try to save myself by minimizing my social activity and economic activities. By that, basically say no to the system. I will not cooperate. I even don't bother to listening to you. I just have my own style. Then I have my own antisocial behavior. This is something I think should worry Chinese leadership much more. By that means that I would not like to try my best. I will just try my worst. So in generally, it's a race to bottom culture in China. It's a part of rebellion. It's a part of say no to the government.
“因为毕竟还是有更多的人才，有很多的国家的这种栋梁之才，也不是说全是这种人生，所以说每个人可能生活的这种概念方式不同，也有好的，也有坏的吧。
蝼蚁如何撼动大树？我肯定是影响不到国家的，不会影响到国家。国家肯定是好的，国家的大的目标肯定是好的，不能说是人家怎么样，就感觉人挺好的，积极向上。年轻人本来就该奋斗，但是我不想奋斗。”
Behind every student is a family making sacrifices. Some parents move cities to access better schools. Others take on extra jobs to afford tutoring. And in rural areas, entire communities sometimes invest in one child's future. During exam days, parents wait outside test centers for hours, holding water, snacks, and hope. When exam day finally arrives, everything changes. Strict rules, no phones, no distractions. Inside silence, outside anticipation, 2 days, 9 hours of testing, years of preparation, reduced to moments. Weeks later, the results arrive. For some, it's joy. Tears of relief, dreams achieved. For others, heartbreak. Because in a system this competitive, effort doesn't always guarantee success. But for those who succeed, the rewards can be life-changing. Top universities, career opportunities, a chance to rise beyond your circumstances. For a rural student, it can mean lifting an entire family, even an entire village, out of poverty. So, is it worth it? A system that rewards merit but creates immense pressure. A test that offers opportunity but exposes inequality. The Gaokao is both a ladder and a weight. It is a story of ambition, of sacrifice, of resilience under pressure, of rich and poor standing in the same exam hall but not always on equal ground. For millions of teenagers, the Gaokao is more than a test, it's everything. Could you carry that weight? Subscribe for more deep stories on global education and culture. If this made you think differently, drop a like and tell me, do you think one exam should decide a person's future?